Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chupacabra's lair. Today we are going to be messing around with Qubicle, the first de facto way of editing and messing with cubes outside of Minecraft before Spark Rising is revealed and released in alpha, and we get access to the fancy little build your own crazy creations tools. So to start out with, you'll notice that there's this grid, there's these blue lines, you've got the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis that you have to worry about. So that's basically what every 3D editor you're ever going to mess with looks like. And in order to revolve and change the perspective, you hold the Alt key and magic happens. It'll also show you that nifty little camera button, which means you're revolving it. And the thing you really have to keep in mind is that up here there's this little square, and it shows you what plane you're directly looking at to make sure you don't get lost. You can see it kind of revolves around and changes as you swizzle the ground and everything. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about the ground. I'm actually going to disable it for the moment, and I want to edit a voxel, because today we are going to be editing the Sparkbot head. And I have decided that I'm going to model this head, which is sort of like the basic sort of template that I'm going to use to develop our mercenary exosuit for the Chupacabra's lair and Insight Gaming. And as you can see, it kind of follows the same head for both of these. This is the Ranger, and this is the tank suit. And this allows you to release this schematic to everyone via the description, and then you can mess around with it on your own outside of the video. So let's get back here. First, I want a square. Because this is going to be a funky little head, I'm going to make it, like 14 deep, so that it has a long enough head to mess around with. Actually, let's make it like 16, just to be certain. And then width, I'll give it an extra 2. And then height, I think, like that will work pretty well for right now. And then now you've got these little arrows that move up and down, side to side, and back in space. But we don't really need to worry about that. We're going to go to the matrix mode. And the matrix mode is the first basic way that we're going to look at messing with this shape. Are you with me so far, Saverick? How are you doing?
I am!
Oh good. That's the best kind of with me. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull in the front of the face to provide for the visor. Now I think I'm going to pull it in by about, we'll start with 1 pixel. And to do that we grab this little eraser. And then like, I don't really want it here. So we'll just start making the visor slowly and steadily, just deleting crap. And this will actually go a little faster in the slice view. We'll just chop in here. We'll just start dicing this sucker up. So let's see, I want to leave this side alone. We're going to have what looks like a sideburn effect going. Whoops. And if you screw that up, you can just click Control-Z, much like in the Adobe softwares, to say, well, shit, and back up a step. And I erased over here accidentally, but that's okay. So we can put it back. Well, we can put it back, but I need to grab white first. Let's go back to the erase tool and just start dicing the sucker up. Now the good news is it doesn't really matter how you decide to go about doing this, because you can always add some blocks back and preview it and say, well, I actually want it a little bit more. And so what we've got over here is we've got a kind of basic idea of what we've been messing with. But as you notice, I cannot change this view, but it will allow me to shift it to see from the top down, from the side through, or from the back to the front. There we go. And now if you want to get a little bit more depth or jump in, takes the slice preview, handles the whole block 1 slice at a time, if you sliced it like a loaf of bread. So we're on this first segment here, but you notice that as I drag this up, it'll go deeper into the shape until you reach where we haven't messed with it yet, or there's a little hole cut in the side right here, and that's right here. So we're in 3 deep right now. And if you need to kind of get your bearings, you can kind of grab a weird color, go to this pencil tool, and just sort of like draw it, and then you see we're in layer 3 right here. So I'm going to continue sculpting the face based upon the images that I pulled together. So we're working on the visor right now. I think this is actually too deep, and the visor itself is too deep of blue, I believe. So let's continue erasing a little bit. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Go in by a layer. Keep erasing. We'll just grab this and put these blocks back, because I don't really want them there right now. You can see we're still kind of carving away at the face. Just kind of, oops. It's a little finky. This is a new program for me, so it won't be 100% yet. And you can kind of chop away at it in big slices with holding shift. Or you can just hold it with the add tool later.
It's like virtual pumpkin carving.
Why, yes. Now let's start coloring this sucker. Alrighty. Let's grab some of that blue. I need the color tool. So this just allows us to recolor existing blocks inside the square and then just change its shade to something different. And if we go back to the model, we'll be able to look, and we're starting to take a rudimentary shape. So what we'll probably do now is I will carve away at the side.
Looking good so far.
Let's see about chopping away at the side. So we'll take another little preview. This is about 2 cut away. I want to say that's about, you know, like quite a bit tall. Maybe like 6 tall. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just start chopping away. But I'm not going to try and go for super similarity to the original, because this is going to be our little creation here. Chupacabra's lair. So we'll just keep counting up from 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just start here, chop away, chop away, chop away. So we'll just take a quick sneak back to the 3D view, and we're starting to get a SparkBot head. I do need to put a little voxel back here, but we should be pretty good to go. And so just as a quick overview, this is your general, just click this, hold V, press V, and you can kind of select. This is what's known as a Marquee Tool, the rectangular marquee. That's basically it means you're marking out an area you wish to edit and mess with. This is the Add Cube tool. This is the color tool, or the pencil tool. This is the rectangle tool. You can just grab a whole big chunk of blocks all at once if you want to go for large quantities at once for a speed draw. And these just allow you to paint in various fill-in areas. And of course, your standard magic wand, like in Photoshop. It allows you to quickly just select one color of blocks that are in a little flat plane to allow you to quickly grab it and edit its color. And then, of course, this is, if you don't remember what color you use in that one area, and you can't tell down here in the marquee area, because you can double-click any of these colors or these two boxes right here and change your color to something that's not available in Marquees. So for that point, you can just quickly grab the eyedropper, suck up a little bit of that color, and it'll tell you what you had and allow you to recolor it. So let's get back to messing with this image. Go back to the slice. And so we're on the side here. Let's start trimming away at these little sideburns. So we hit E to grab the eraser. I want this in about that far. Then I want that many there. And then let's do the same over here. Erase two of these. One of those. Actually, let's just pull that back to the blue. Yeah, that's what we did. That's what we did on the other side. So that should match up pretty nicely. Grab our reference material again. So we're looking at the side of the head. So we've got orange on the sideburn. We've got some blue here. A real light blue up here. But I want to make... Savvy, what color do we want to make our Sparkbot head?
Gray. Dark gray.
Oh, okay, but we need some other colors. So what do you want? Do you want some red, some orange, some green? We'll just start grabbing colors. How about that?
Sure.
So first let's put this sucker back because it's being naughty. Oh, what the heck did I just do? Actually, we'll just use that to color in some reflection. And let's grab this green and bring it up to a light green like that. We'll use that to color in. So I don't want to really copy where they have their reflections, but we'll kind of do like a little corner here. There we go. And then let's go back to the green. It can function like the color in tool, but it can also add massive blocks on top of what you're doing, and you don't always want that. So let's grab this. Let's snap up this color again because it's a weird color blue. Let's darken it a little bit here. Then hit the what is the tool? B for the regular pencil tool. Hit B. Undo whatever the fuck that is. Uh-oh. I appear to be unable to undo my mess. So let's just grab up the three-dimensional tool and remove that. There we go. We can just jump back into the slice. Go back to our color tool. This just does not want to behave itself for me today. Let's just fiddle with this color a little. Yeah, we'll do like a neoner color. Neoner. That's a technical term now. Neoner. Yeah. Make the noise with me, Savvy.
Yeah. I'm bad at it.
It's okay. We forgive you. This time. I think we need to add a shade over his visor. What do you think, Savvy?
Yeah. A small one. Keep it sleek.
There we go. He's got a little shade under his visor. Let me fix these little missing blocks up here. The Marquee Tool is I. Or no, the Marquee Tool, the eyedropper tool. I think that's turning out nicely. Let's shape his chinny chin neck.
I'll just work freehand from the 3D view.
Yeah, I think that'll do nice. Yeah. And once we're done with this, I will upload this to one of my domains, and then you can download this model and mess with it if you think we're terrible at what we do and we're awful people. Let's start. Do you want an antenna, Savvy? Do we want to add an antenna?
Yeah, look like Boba Fett. That'd be awesome.
You know, I don't think I can slip into the model yet, so I'm going to make another cube, and we'll make the antenna with the other cube. So let's go back into slice mode. The old slice and dice. Let's take a look at our example. So he's got some coloration on his head. We'll take care of that last. I want to explore the back of his skull right now. So let's go back to the back. Why? There we go. Took me a moment. Doesn't always want to play ball. So we'll start erasing. We'll hit the E tool and we'll just start chopping out the back of his head. So, Savvy, where did you learn to chop up backs of heads? Was that when you were interning with Jeffrey Dahmer?
How'd you know?
I figured. You're quite skillful at it, I won't lie.
The best.
There are some similarities, but this thing is a lot easier to use. Alright, let's take another peek at this in matrix mode. We've got the back of his head coming out. I think I'm going to make a nape of his neck. I think what I'm going to do now, Savric, is we'll just carve out the base of his skull and make a little neckline. What do you think?
Yeah, why not?
I'll fill this back in with the mark. There we go. We'll just use the little cube filler here. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back out to here. Now that we filled in with the cube filler, and we'll start carving down here. And we'll do this in matrix mode. Just grab here. There you go, Savvy, what do you think? It's the back of his head.
Actually, looks really good.
I like how there's genuine surprise in your voice at that. Thanks for your vote of confidence, Savvy, you bastard. I guess we can probably start coloring this sucker in. I'm gonna reform his little sideburns, I think. What do you think? You think we should make what kind of sideburn shape do you think? Because these are like little helmet pod PCs, Reese's PCs. I think what I will do is I will make like an L coming down here, and then this will be like a Z coming over the side.
Yeah, that would look cool.
I think you're just kind of going with it because you can't tell what the fuck I'm talking about.
No.
I'm just messing with you. Let's see here. I'll carve in right here. It's kind of hard. They don't have a crap ton of contrast available. I'll probably go in to be about here. And what color do you want to make the sideburns, Savvy? Want to go with like a red or a purple?
Purple.
Alright, purple it is.
Dark purple. Yeah, that's perfect.
We'll go with a slightly lighter shade. With a nice lighter shade of like that. There we go, yeah. I think that'll do nice. We'll smooth out these ones too, so they go all the way down smoothly. Smooth those out. Make this side match. Count out 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where the line will end. So once again, if you don't remember what color you use, just grab the eyedropper tool, and we'll grab that color back. Color 3 out from the base, or 4 out. Starting right here, we'll count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get our dimensions correct, and then because I don't remember that other purple, apparently you can't pull the colors from here. I'll go back and grab that because I didn't have a swatch for it. It doesn't exist. This is the primary purple. Erase this. Any questions so far, Saverick?
No. I've kind of been playing around with my own back and forth on my end.
Very nice. Play along. Spin. So we're about done with the outline of our helmet, so let's move on to the front color, and I think for the front color we'll use... what color do you want to use? Do you want to use the orange like they do, or do you want to use something like a red? Mr. Saverick.
To go with the purple? The red might look good.
What do you think about that?
Looks kind of cool.
These controls confound me at times. What do you think? Yeah, you like that? Or no?
No, looks like you're making a Care Bear.
Yeah, or that freaky rainbow horse thing I keep seeing pop up all the time. That was a bait, Savvy. I was trying to see if you knew the name of it. If you did, we'd have to find you. Punish you. Just watch. Someone who's gonna watch this is gonna really like ponies. We're gonna be in some serious shit. Let's come up with a newer color. Kinda like a pink. It's about the same, but a little bit different. You can also hit the control key to access the eyedropper at any time. That looks pretty good. We'll give some color to his chin. His chinny chin chin. Let's use that. Actually, let's make that a darker gray for the rest of the chin. We'll add some color around the mouth, or what I imagine to be the mouth. Let's add to his hat. Actually, I'll just use this tool. Okay, let's not use that tool until I'm in the slice mode. Let's see. What color shall we make? Should we make the side of his head like this blue color? This is kind of like the front of the visor. What should we make the side of the head?
I think the visor should be the only blue on there.
Okay. What do you want to make his
so
fleshy
that pops
bits?
out.
Should we make his fleshy bits the gray?
Yeah. It'll contrast really well, I think.
We'll put
You
back.
would either really light or on the darker side. Both would look really good.
We'll grab back that color, and then we'll add this puppy back in here. I don't know how I cut a hole in here, but I did. Let's go back to the pencil or brushy tool. It's not behaving itself. Just jump in to my friend the slice tool. I'll kind of I'll blend upwards now. We'll kind of add one couple chinky tinks upwards. Let's start blending up from the bottom. So the bottom's going to be kind of darker. So let's start with a darkish gray, like this color. Not really sure what extruding is going to do me right now. Now we have this sort of disparagement between this color, and this color. So maybe we can kind of blend in like this. What do you think, Fatty? I think we've got the makings of a helmet.
Yeah, it's looking good.
You want some airfoils? That's a bit much for move. We'll say like that much. Yeah, I think that's the start of our Sparkbot head. Here it is in the plane. Let's see if I can't figure out which one of these buttons. Render settings. View, frame selection. Can I increase the size of this puppy? Oh, whatever. Render settings. Okay. Render turntable as. This doesn't want me to render that big for free.
Yeah, probably not.
There we go. So if you have the free version, I guess, for whatever reason, it doesn't want me to render big and cool to preview something simple, even though I really have access to like half the tools up on the menu bar. Anything that's great for the most part, besides to add these little shapes up here. Like, I can't use any of these without giving them their $40. And I think $40 is pretty reasonable for the software if you use it a lot, considering when I have to pay for a new Cinema or a new Maya, it's like $1,000 to $5,000, depending on how big of an update it was. Go back. And let's open this puppy. Internet Explorer. Haha! Now you can see our little Sparkbot's head. So we'll put this, I'll find a way to put this save file up in the description as a downloadable if you want to play with it. If you have your own little version of the Sparkbot head that you want to share with us, feel free to send me a message with a link to where to find the GIF of it, and we might just show it the next time we do an episode. Join us again next time for another adventure in the Road to Spark Rising, as we sort of debut more tools, fart around in Minecraft to import them, and we'll catch you next time.